everyone, welcome back to my channel. You can tell I'm in the car, which can only mean one thing, a little free library vlog, but this one's going to be a little bit different. I'm actually first going to a used bookstore that offers cash or trade-in credit if you bring gently used books. Some of these books are not so gently used, so I'm not really sure what they're going to take, but I just want to see what I can get for some of these books. The rest of them I will bring to little free libraries. They've all been listed on my Pango books, but they've not sold. I'm going to go ahead and flip over to where I showed you the books that I'm bringing, so let me do that right now. I am including the books that I am certain about getting rid of, whether I sell them or put them in a little free library. The first one that I'm absolutely sure of that I'm bringing on this unhaul is Bravest Voices. I thought this was a historical fiction around the time of World War II, which I really enjoy books like that, but it is nonfiction, and as valuable as that is, I don't really want to read a nonfiction story. So this is going to be part of the unhaul. Next I have By the Standard. This was a college book for my jurisprudence class that I took, but I have not read this book since then, so I think I'm just going to get rid of it. I know it does sound interesting, and I did read part of this for a try chapter, but I don't think that I'm going to pick it up, and if I do want to, I will just try to get my hands on it another way. It doesn't need to be taking up space here, and I would like to trade it for something else that I will read. So next we have The Hiding Place. I do have some highlights in here of quotes I really enjoyed, but I have a different copy somewhere, wherever it went to. This collection of Christmas stories that I really wasn't super fond of. I don't think the used bookstore will take this, but you never know. We have The Santa Suit that I read and didn't really like. We've got this book that I enjoyed the story, but it also at the same time wasn't biblically accurate like it says it is, and I'm glad I read it, but I'm not gonna keep this, which I don't know that the bookstore would buy this because I think it is self-published by the organization that presents it. But yeah, book. I never get rid of the books that me and my friend do buddy reads, but this book was not what I was hoping that it would be, so I think it is just going to go. We have Christmas Grace. I held on to this a little bit since I did the blind date with Bookmas video with this, but I don't think I'm going to reread it. It was okay, but it wasn't great, so I'm just going to pass it on to someone else. Then we got Her New Amish Family. I'm torn about this one. I might hold on to this one just because, I don't know. It's I want to try it, but also not sure. Probably would not be purchased by the bookstore because it's self-published. But this was a devotional that I bought at camp in high school, and I have never used it, and I'm not gonna use it. So just because there are things in here inevitably that I don't think are biblical, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Next we have The Winter Palace. This is a Catherine the Great retelling. I think it's going to be more character-based than plot-based, so I am unhauling it. This was in perfect condition until it got somehow bent. Written on the Heart, The Case for Natural Law. This was another college book. Then we have The Picture of Dorian Gray. I just did not get into this when I tried it, so it's gonna go. This was actually purchased by someone I know in real life, so I took it off of my Pango books, and I am holding on to it until I'm able to give it to the person who bought it. And I also have Grit that will go to the used bookstore as well. Last but not least, we've got Capital Gains, which I read this and I didn't like it as much as the Magnolia story, so I am gonna pass this on. Okay, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed seeing the books. Basically, I'm leaving out some of these that I want to keep up on Pango books. I also totally forgot some of the books that I wanted to bring with me today, but that's okay. I will come back. But I have a bunch of books that are in great condition that I'm just not reading, and I think would be much better off somewhere else. or if I could get trade credit, because I went to this store looking for books for my Patreon, and Pango Books up Blind Date with the book. So if I could get trade credit for that, that would be awesome, because then I would actually be making a profit from Patreon instead of just like barely making like 4 cents or something like that. So there's that. And then also whenever I am doing like a series video or my TBR, or looking for specific books from an author, or looking for a 12 challenge book, I always try to, I have like a system. I try to go through, like, I'll look at my library, I'll look at little free libraries, I'll look at used bookstores, and then if I can't get it any of those ways, I'll look at like Audible, or just end up purchasing it. But if I could get trade credit, that would be great, because then I could use that in future videos when I want to get a book that is popular and might be a little more expensive, but then I'd have the credit. I don't know, you know what I mean. Hopefully you know how that works. If not, some used bookstores offer trade credit and cash. At one point I didn't know this, so I'm telling you, we are including that in this video. I've got the Starbucks because I found gift cards from my last 3 birthdays, and so I'm a little bit loaded on Starbucks right now. Like, I can get Starbucks for several weeks and it'd be completely free. So we're living the good life over here. I did forget to say I am going to one little free library before I start the journey to the other ones, and I am going to bring this book. If I don't find something to trade it out with, then it'll be a sign that I'm not meant to get rid of this. I don't know, but sometimes I have luck at this one. Actually, I don't think I ever have. So we'll see what they have, and then I'll move on to the bookstore. As excited as I am that the bees were back, although this time it was yellow jackets instead of wasps. Just for reference, I have wanted to read this since I first got back into reading, probably around the end of college, maybe like the year after. Maybe it wasn't when I first got back into reading, but it was pretty close after that. This book's been out for a while, but I've always wanted to read it, so I was really excited to see this. You should have seen my face, except for the camera's facing the other way, but I was like, anyway, excited about this, and it also matches my nails, so I'm here for it. Okay, so I ended up getting some trade credit and $6, so I need to figure out if that's like worth it, or if it's just better to bring my books to little free libraries. But I wanted to try it, and I think it's worth it for the experience. I got $11 in trade credit for future books, and then the $6. Did I say that already? I don't know. This is what I thought. I did not think that they were going to be able to take these, but I brought them just in case. These four. So we have Under the Mistletoe, perfect. That was a little free library book. We have By the Standard, that was a school book. I'm surprised by this one. I'm not sure why they can't take that, unless they're just really weird or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's a woke thing. I don't know. And then this, I believe, is self-published. So, not surprised by 3 of those, but yeah. Alright, so that leaves me these and these. Wait, wasn't there another one? No, I already traded that one out. Okay, so I have 6 books. Yeah, 6 books for little free libraries. Not as much as usual, but this is still fun. I need to go back and count how many books I had to see if that's worth it. Okay, so it was about 9 books I think they took, which for what estimates to about $17. That's not too bad. I mean, considering I was going to trade them for free books. Depending on what I find in little free libraries might be a better deal. I don't know, I think this was a valuable experience. I think in the future I would probably only bring like really popular books or books that I think that they are really looking for, but for the $5 that I sell books on Pango Books, it's worth a little bit more. So I'm just figuring out the system. So if I put a book up for like a month on Pango and it doesn't sell, bringing it here is the next best value. But it's almost like I should go to little free libraries first. I don't know. I'm figuring it out. It's just a fun adventure thing. And have you guys traded in books at bookstores? What do you guys think? Is it better value than little free libraries or less? Or does it depend? What has been your experience? Anyway, now it's time to get to my little free libraries. I just don't know which one to go to first. Okay, there was nothing at that last one, so we're gonna try again. Couldn't find my car keys, so that was terrifying. But let's go to this little free library that I typically have good luck with. Fingers crossed that will be true today. Yes! Yes! Okay, so I did switch out 2 books there that I wasn't anticipating, but this is what I'm thinking. I almost feel like it would be the best value to do my little free library trading first, see what I can find, and then bring anything that I'm still unhauling or anything that I find at little free libraries that I know would be valuable, but I'm not interested in reading, like bring those to the used bookstore. So I think that's my plan for the future. But guys, I am so excited to have found this because I was really hoping to get my hands on a copy of this, but I didn't want to buy it for the video that I'm going to start filming probably next to start on this one, and I may just make it a Patreon video, I'm not sure, but I found Daisy Jones and the Six, and I'm really curious if Taylor Jenkins Reid is going to be an author that I enjoy. I now own 2 of her books, and I have 2 library books of hers. So I'm going to be trying this real soon. So let me know in the comments if you are interested in that video, because that was one of the options on the poll that got the least number of votes, or if I should just make it a Patreon only video. Either way. I'm excited to get into it, so that's what I'm going to probably film next. But I also picked up this book that I'm not sure I want to try, but it is part of a series that I want to give a chance. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I am one of the only people in the world who hasn't read this, so I'm going to give it a chance because I just got it for free. So let's do this. I'm excited. I have 4 more books, and I have had fantastic luck so far. Should I try it? Love the synopsis of this book. Basically, this girl gets her great aunt's wedding dress, and apparently whoever, like, when you get it, you're like destined to marry the next man you meet or something. And so it's this love story situation, and she gets the dress and the guy that she meets. I'm curious. I've had great luck with Debbie Macomber books and not great luck, so I just want to give it a try. The cover is fun, which concerns me because usually if I love the cover, the book is awful, but I just want to try it, you know? I also picked up this book that I have made eye contact with every time I've been to this little free library, and it's still sitting in there. And so I feel like it is meant for me to try a Bookmas this year, and it is, what is it called? My Kind of Christmas. I'm going to try it, may or may not like it, but the book has been sitting there literally for at least a year and a half, and I've never picked it up, and I think it's just meant to be mine, so I picked it up. We're doing fantastic. Like, I am thrilled, like beyond thrilled. I think what I'm gonna do is I will only pick up a book if it is something that's already on my TBR. So let's go. Trying one that I sometimes have good luck at. And there's a local ice cream sandwich place that has a truck going through the neighborhood right now, and I'm just like, I will not spend the money that I just got on ice cream. I will not spend the money I just got on ice cream. No. I almost got myself sick after eating the almost entire thing last time I had them. I will not do it again. I'm just gonna leave and mind my own business once they move, because I can't get through. Like I said, I was only going to get books that were like on my wish list, but that one sounded cute because it's about this teacher fighting for her school's art program, and then she falls in love, theoretically. Oh, it's a larger print book. So basically what I'm going to do, since I did say that I was only going to pick up books that were on my TBR already, is if I find something that is, I can decide to like switch this out if I find something better. I have 3 more little free libraries that I definitely want to go to. Potentially 4. Yeah, so I have 3 more. Hopefully I will find what I'm looking for. The one was literally just dog treats. So, okay. I still have these 2. I'm gonna head to another little free library, and then we'll see where to go from there. But if I don't get rid of those books, then I'll just reactivate the listings on Pango and leave them till next month. Okay. You cannot tell me that God doesn't give you directions, because I was going this one way and I was like, I know how to get where the other little free library is based off this one street, and I had the feeling that I needed to go left, go right, go left, and then go right again, and then turn left. No, go left and go right 3 times, which sounds weird. But when I tell you it brought me right to the little free library without the really elaborate way I was gonna go, kind of shook. And like, I didn't find anything at the little free library, but like, it's the straightest shot to get where I'm going back to the next little free library that I was planning on.